Hey Libra, I'm Jamie with Southeastern Soul Tribe, and I have been meditating on your energy today. Sometimes it's hard for me to do Libra. It takes me a while to get to that space where I'm not projecting anything from my own life onto you because I am Libra. However, the Libra in my chart is just in my sun. I tend to be more a Gemini and more Virgo than I am anything. But so when I got to that space, an empty space in my mind, and I could think about the Libras I know and picture them, and then try to pull in the faces of all of you. Not that I know your faces, but energetically I do. I was able to finally clean it out so that I could think of you and figure out, hey, what's going on in our Libras world on my channel. So now let's take a look. The first thing that I pulled out, actually, I always go for these moon cards. So what I do is I shuffle these cards, cleansing the energy from them, and then I start focusing on the sign that I'm reading for. And then I look at the card that's on the bottom of the deck, because it's always what things are about. And what you got today is a new moon in Aries. Aries energy is your opposite in the zodiac, just so that you know. If you don't realize, we all have an opposite in the zodiac. It's the polarity point of our own energy. All right. And this says it's time to take action. And then the very next card that was on the bottom of my main deck that I pulled for you is the Four of Swords reversed. So what that tells me is that you're getting ready to get up. You may have been laying around for a while or just in a state of rest. The Two of Cups for your person, or for the other side of the spectrum, was in reverse. Right off the bat, I got with this combination that maybe something's over and it's time to take action. It's time to get out of the house if you've been sitting around and go out into the world. And the very next card that was on the bottom was expand your horizons. I think that's pretty much says everything that we needed to know as far as what's going on right now. So the goal here is to get into a little bit more detail. But before I do, I want to tell you a little bit about yourself, Libra. I'm doing this on my readings just for this first round. I just started this when I found this book when Miriam gave it to me. And I thought it could be well used because many of us only know our sun sign. And what better way to get to know yourself a little bit more if you don't know your whole birth chart? Well, I'll tell you a little bit about who you are in your sun sign, and then we'll move on from that later. Or you can go get you an astrology or your birth chart reading from Miriam, and she will tell you all about yourself, and it'll change your life. That's at Point Your Compass if you've never looked before. I did a live video for her while she's on vacation today from that channel. So I want to read the combination of Libra and Aries to you because they are opposites on the spectrum. So let me tell you a little bit about Libra first. That's Virgo. Oops, I got to go back to the front. Bear with me just a moment till I find that Libra. I was looking at it earlier, but at first I wasn't going to use it, and then I decided, well, it's better if I do. There we go. So the scales, and just so you know, this book is the only astrology book you'll ever need. It's by Joanna Martin Woolfolk. The scales, as we all should know, if that's our sun sign, is our charm, our likable trait. It's the balance Libra is about relationships. If you didn't know that already, you tend to find yourself in a lot of them. It is a masculine and it's in the air element. It's a cardinal sign. Libra's attractive, artistic, easygoing, peaceable, prizes beauty and harmony, is diplomatic, polished, and very socially inclined. Your ruling planet is Venus, the goddess of love and beauty. Venus rules pleasure, social pursuits, art. We're so artistic and we love any forms of art usually. And adornment, jewelry. And the key word is I balance. The truth is, we're trying to balance all the time. We have a hard time doing that, don't we? All right, polarity is Aries, and here's what I wanted to read. Libra is the sign of partnership and marriage. Its natives are happiest functioning within a union and often lose their equilibrium and positive outlook when forced to be alone. Aries, Libra's opposite sign, is the sign of ego, personality, and self. Aries people tend to put themselves first, and selfishness is one of their negative traits. So, Libra rules the lower back and buttocks and the kidneys. Librans suffer from lower back strain and problems in the lumbar region often. They are also subject to kidney infections. Your lucky day is Friday. I'm not surprised because we like to get out and socialize, right? 6 and 9 are our lucky numbers. We love blue and lavender, colors of romance, harmony, and refinement. And our greatest metal is copper. Animals that are ruled by Libra are snakes and lizards. The danger for us Libras is that Libra people tend to stir up feelings from others in situations having to do with love because they are indecisive, sometimes make a declaration of love too easily. I've done that before. And Librans both anger and disappoint lovers. They also have a tendency to be fickle and faithless. We're trying not to be that way, right? So there's a little bit about you, Libra, that I bet you didn't know. And most likely you've been in a relationship currently or recently and you're coming out of that. And Spirit is asking you to go get out on the town, socialize, whatever it is that you do, to get out there around the people again. Make new connections. Aries energy. Embrace that opposite side of yourself. Take a lone travel. I've spent a long time doing that for a while. A long time. And it has been enlightening. And when you can do that without constantly longing and longing and longing for another relationship, you find yourself in a place of peace within yourself, exactly where you are. When you get to the point where you don't need anybody else, well, that means you're in a position to actually get somebody else. You know why? Because at that point, you don't need them. You put them there because you want them. And that is a good place to be. That's all of our goals, right, as Libra? I would hope. Anyway, since it's time to take action is our card here. That's what we're going to look at. And we're going to see where you are today in relation to that person who's most on your mind. Let's see what is going on here. Oop, I'm shuffling them backwards. Let's do it this way. Libra. What's going on in Libra's world, our Libra collective today? Who's Libra dealing with? What are they looking out on the horizon after? Who is on Libra's mind the most today? All right, I think they're shuffled good. Let's split that deck and see where we're at here. Exciting. While I'm getting these out, I encourage you guys to go to astro.com or Cafe Astrology to check out your full birth chart and see what other signs that you have in your birth chart. It takes, if you go to Cafe Astrology, you don't even have to register an email. You don't even have to put your name in there. Just put your birthday, time you were born, what city and state. And you'll get all of your birth chart information there. But if you want a more in-depth, definitely go to Point Your Compass. Book one with Miriam. She's on vacation this week, but it'll change your life. Yep, so on the bottom of the deck for you, the Four of Pentacles is in reverse. Four of Pentacles, sometimes people want to call that the miser card, you know, where you're just like Smeagol, holding on to something real tight, and you just can't seem to, you know, let go. Many times we do that when we don't want to release or let go of someone. Tauruses are well known for that energy in the upright, but you've got it in reverse, so you're letting go. I really think you're letting go or having trouble maintaining. Definitely something. In the recent past, there was a judgment call that left you kind of in a, dang, I sure wish that hadn't happened energy. You maybe felt like somebody didn't give you the truth about something. We'll get some more clarification on that. And that's the thing, you know, as a Libra, you honor honesty. And you'd like to know that you can trust someone that's in a relationship. It's quite possible you could have triggered somebody or they triggered you in that way. Most definitely I see deception here, and that's probably why that you ran off. If it was you who ran off or the relationship ended because of that. Because the Seven of Swords is here in the upright. That guy's taken off with 2 swords on his shoulder. He's left a few behind. Or no, he's got 5 in his pocket. Or 4 in his hand and 1 in his hand. Or 1 in the other hand. In the Rider-Waite deck, he's left 2 behind. In this deck, he just has all the swords with him. All the truth. And he's taking it. He's running back toward the truth. He's running back toward the judgment call he made, but he's looking behind him. Which means, yep, you've been wallowing around in some stuff. You're not communicating. You're not making a new offer here. You're looking behind you at a 2 of Cups union. Times that you talked and came together with someone in a relationship. In this Knight of Swords, the message came in that really hurt somebody. In this particular energy, the masculine energy has hurt the feminine. Carrying away your heart. But you don't feel out in the cold about it. Yep, you don't feel that bad about it. You're looking back. But the thing I don't see here is any real emotions around the incident. I see fighting, conflict, and nostalgic love. Something you look back on, not something that you look forward to. Expanding your horizons, like this card says. See that guy? He's looking out. He's standing in his house looking out to see what else is out there. And that's what Spirit's calling for you to do right now with this reading. You got to take down the rear view mirror and realize that anything that is meant for you, anything, will come back around. If you were the reason why it left, then you got to look at why that is. It'll be up to you. But according to Spirit, it's time for you to go forward in a time of out of relaxation and out into the world and practice that Aries energy, your polarity. Sometimes that can be hard. I understand it tremendously. The reason why is because my South Node is in Aries and my North Node is in Libra. So I already understood how to do Libra. But much of my life I learned early on how to do Aries. But I had slipped back into Libra for the longest time. And the last thing that I had to learn to do, and that I'm still learning to balance, is to move easily between Aries and Libra. How to maintain my autonomy within a relationship. Now, how do you do that? Are you one that loses yourself in a relationship? Let's see who our Libras are dealing with. Ace of Wands in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Aces, they're new starts. It's what happens after a completion. Things that are coming into a 10. You have two aces in reverse. Ace of Pentacles, that's about happiness, abundance. Ace of Wands, that's about communication, fire energy, passion. Very much about passion. So what it tells me here is that the person you were dealing with was looking for new passion. They were seeking and looking for new stability. There was a lot of love in their heart because it's the Queen of Cups upright. Or they were a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but they didn't get it, or they're seeking it. In this one, she's like, come here, my love. We can do this. I want a new start. Why aren't you giving this to me? But she didn't tell you that, she or he. They weren't telling you the truth here. You guys weren't communicating about it. Stopped even being friendly. So she's looking back at the times where you stopped talking, stopped sharing truth, or stopped sharing new ideas. And then she started putting her love out there. But look at this card. So the way these cards are laid out, he or she is looking back, or it's a water sign. They're looking back at why? Why am I not receiving this love that I've got? Or why didn't I give it? And a judgment call was made or is being made right now. Someone has decided to no longer communicate. It didn't go. Whatever happened did not go in the favor that it was expected to go. And one of you does not feel, one of you you don't feel stabbed in the back about it at all. You're not really that hurt because there's still love on the table. Sad? Yes. Sad. Not hurt. There's no opportunity to move in together. No longer thinking about it, or not listening to intuition regarding it, or didn't in the past. There's not really a lot of support from the community. There's a lot of lessons learned from it, though. The person that you are dealing with, this water sign person, is not, they're not in a place of deception. And they did feel like there was justice served. In losing this because the happiness wasn't there, it's more like this person is sad that the situation didn't work out, but yeah, they want to go toward the new. What about you? You may have a Gemini on the mind, a new connection when you get out there and you start socializing again. Because you too felt like it didn't go the way you wanted it. You didn't receive the truth. And when you find this person, it's not something you're going to want to walk away from. But the lesson for you is to learn how to avoid conflict by communicating better. Going toward your happiness, or you may be headed toward a Leo. Let's see if we can get some clarification here for Libra. Why is the Eight of Swords here for our Libra? You feel trapped or guilty or something about being in a position where you had the things that you needed, the stability you needed alone. But you felt bad because the walk away was leaving somebody out. And you juggle either this water sign, the death of a relationship, or not allowing it to die, or having an equal give and take here. What's this Seven of Swords? You were tired of deceiving yourself or someone else, because this is you. You were feeling trapped inside of a foundation that fell. You were tired of being up all night worrying about it and tired of not having enough money. Show me that Two of Cups. Yeah, so you're looking back at a relationship where you felt like there was no justice that was had in it and that you had a lot of love for it and wanted a fresh start and you didn't take it. No justice. No justice at all. What about their person? I've got water sign and I've got Gemini here. Or you came into a soulmate, soul contract with someone with water in their chart. Show me that King of Cups. Or you keep looking back at a Gemini. Somehow love was shown here to a Queen of Wands, which is a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Or you loved being single. Yes, the Two of Swords is here, pointing up at between the Knight of Wands reversed, not being a player, or the lie, the deception. The equal give and take relationship. Show me the Judgment for who Libra deals with. Holding on to a commitment with a mother figure, making a choice to try and embody a better stance and get yourself balanced to where you can give and receive freely, both things. Going forward, you may look back. The lie was you did look back often at the person who should have received that love. You have a lot of nostalgic memories for them, but you are, yes, here it is. You are meant to travel, take a trip, get out of the energy of the look back. Get your house in order. This is Taurus energy. Unless you know a Taurus. Settle the quarrels. Take a leap of faith, Gemini energy, toward building back your stability. This King of Pentacles has everything balanced. He's got enough love. He's got enough stability under his belt. Everything within his own home that he needs. And he balances his emotions around it well. With the Ten of Cups. Happiness can be had. But there's going to be a time of solitude here that you're going to need to go toward, Libra, in order to heal from those things until you stop looking backwards and start looking forwards. It's not that you may never come in contact with someone that you loved before, but there's a reason why the foundation fell. The trick to moving forward, yes, is to look back, but to look back in a healthy way. Dropping the swords, dropping the pain and the hurt that went along with that separation, but understanding what your part in it is. Is there any advice for my Libra collective here? You're a lot tougher than you think you are with the Wolverine. Any other messages for Libra? Music is essential to your healing. I agree. It has been essential to mine. And well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. That is the truth. I absolutely love. I went out the other night. Now, I am in Southwest Texas, on the border of Mexico, down by the Rio Grande. And so for the first time since I've been here about a month, I went out the other night to sing karaoke. I had a great time. Got to know the karaoke DJ, which I do. Had a lot of drinks bought for me. I gave them away because I was driving and I just don't like doing that. And, excuse me, I got something in my eye right here. Anyway, I decided to leave after I met some guy named Terrible Teddy who tried to kiss me. And I'm like, whoa, buddy, get off me. No. And your name's Terrible Teddy. I'm not sure I want to know why. I snuck out the back door and went home. But, oh, my gosh, I had a great time. So, yes, it uplifted me. It made me feel a little more at home in my new community here. And I think that Spirit's encouraging you to do the same. It's a new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. It's time to embrace. Get back out there. Not really in order to meet anybody, to find out that thing that you have where you love music and you love laughter and you love art and beauty. It's time to put that into yourself. The person for you will come along in that environment. And if you're looking back on somebody where it didn't work out, if that's meant to be, it'll come into your being. It'll come into your spirit. It'll come back around, but it'll be different. It won't be the same. It won't be the same. It won't be the same. And that's a good thing. So that's what I say. Stop looking in that rearview mirror. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Time to look out into the future, Libra. Because you, in and of yourself, are everything. You're worth it. You. And when you lose everything, you understand that you don't need a whole lot of anything. You're stronger than you think you are. You're a lot tougher than you think you are. I'd agree with that. I actually think that's a great reading. It makes you understand where you come from. Everything's right here on the table, as you can see. And if there's anything that you can learn from, it's always the relationships around you. Because they're meant to reflect something at you. If you keep having a situation where you say, I keep getting in these same kind of relationships over and over and over again. Well, sounds like you're the common denominator. That's something to look at. I had to do it. I had to do the same thing. So I'll never ask you to do something that I've not already done. So Libra, thank you for coming to Southeastern Soul Tribe. I appreciate you. I appreciate your likes, shares, and subscribes. Please do that. And if you need a personal reading because you need this to be about you, please feel free to email me. My email is in my About section. And we'll get you a reading. Until then, peace, love, and light. Love you. See you later.